Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Joey with Temple Fitness, your strength and conditioning coach. I wanted to talk to you today about hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is one of the phases of our strength training, periodized strength training program that you guys will be doing. So I want to explain, we're going to go through all these, and I want to explain all the phases of this so you have an idea of why you're doing it, when it's happening, what the benefit of it is for, and so on. But first, let me tell you the definition of hypertrophy, and I got it written down here. It's just refers to muscle enlargement resulting from training primarily owing to an increase in the cross-sectional area of the muscle fibers. Really simply put, that's all that means is your muscles are getting bigger. Hypertrophy is your muscles getting bigger. So that was what this phase completely focuses on, is just getting that cross section of the muscle bigger. The bigger the cross section of the muscle, typically, generally, there's other myofibril hypertrophy and there's sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. There's a couple other little caveats here that I'm not going to get into, but generally speaking, the larger the cross section area of the muscle, the stronger you are, the more you can perform, the more you can do. Also, the bigger the muscle, we know that allows you to burn more calories. More calories means your metabolism is burning better. You burn more calories, you burn more fat, etc. So that is one reason. I'll talk a couple more later on, but that's one of the main reasons why hypertrophy is big. But it's also, you have to have, in these cycles, you can't put the cart before the horse. So we have to have what would be our first, which is anatomical adaptation. Then we got hypertrophy, then we got max strength, and then we got our power peak. So you have to put them in order, because you can't have peak performance if you haven't made the cross-sectional area of the muscle bigger. And then because that in turn makes you do more weight, etc. So we have to follow this chain, and that's what makes periodization so awesome with the progressive overload. So how does your muscles get bigger when you exercise? It's all it really does. It's all that's happening is when you exercise, and you exercise heavy enough or hard enough, your muscle fibers break down, they tear down, and then it comes back in and it makes the muscle bigger and stronger. So your body is adapting to the stressors that are put on it. That is one of the principles of periodization. One of the principles of progressive overload is just that. Your body will adapt to the stressor that's put on it. If you put on a heavier stressor, in this case when we're going to be in hypertrophy, it will allow the muscle to get bigger, and that's what we want. When does hypertrophy happen? Hypertrophy happens in between 65 to 85% of your 1 rep max. If you don't know what a 1 rep max is yet, it will be explained, not a big deal. Basically what it happens is if you fail if you're doing 6 reps, in between 6 to 12 reps, if you're failing in that 6 to 12 rep range, so you're bench pressing and you're going at it, and you fail at number 8, you can't do another rep. You are in the hypertrophy phase of weight training, or of our periodized cycle. So anywhere between 6 to 12 reps is hypertrophy. Usually about 3 to 4 different exercises per body group, and about 3 or 4 sets per body group is enough to stimulate or cause that damage of the muscle fibers to grow bigger and stronger. So with all that being said, some of you might be freaking out now, be like, I don't want my muscles to be big, I don't want to be a bodybuilder, I don't want to have that massive bodybuilder look. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. It is very difficult. It's very difficult for men to do. It's even more difficult for women to do. Women simply don't produce enough testosterone to make that happen. I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, I see some women that are bodybuilders and they're massive and they're big and they put on muscle. Yes, you see them. You see them in pictures. Most likely, though, they're taking something. They're on some type of supplement to make them, or testosterone, to make them look that way. So, but what you guys are focused on, and what is important here, is that you guys, this will give you that nice tone, harder looking physique, kind of ripped and shredded, that you really like, aesthetically pleasing look when you build more muscle. And I already talked about the benefits of more increased muscle mass, allows your metabolism's burning better, which is all a huge plus. That just slows down the process of putting fat on, and it helps take fat off as well. So we want to be in that phase. Let's see. So yeah, it also helps reduce some injuries. It helps daily life functioning. better. I mean, you have more muscle, you have more ability to do and move things in what might be awkward positions. This all helps. Muscle building or hypertrophy is a huge plus. So again, just to kind of recap, hypertrophy is one of 4 of the main phases of periodized training, weight training, and it is in between 6 to 12 reps and allow the muscle to get bigger. And again, not going to make you massive, but it's going to give you that look and that physique that you're really looking for. That is hypertrophy. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about the other cycles of our periodized program later. Hope you guys have a great day.